Hey TRW crew, how's everybody doing today? Rudy here with Rhinestone World. So in this tutorial video, we're going to be covering how to add a custom mockup to the TRW StoneWizard working in CorelDraw X6. Now, a little bit different than the X7, so I want to go ahead and show you exactly what that difference is. So let's go ahead and go back to my StoneWizard here, and we're going to mockups, okay? So first things first, we're going to go ahead and add the image to my custom space down here. So I'm going to go to my number 9 here. Actually, let me go ahead and number 12 so it differentiates so we're a little bit further apart from these over here. So I'm gonna go ahead and right click on my number 12 there, and that's gonna add the image. Okay, so right click, so have the image selected, go over to my number, and then right click. Okay, so as you can see, we have our image in the StoneWizard. But we're not quite done yet. We got to do a couple other things before we can actually add the mockup to the image that we just created. Okay, so first things first, let's go ahead and add the space or the area where we want the designs to go to on this image, okay? So to do that, we're going to go back to our image that we just created here. So the number 12, I'm going to hold shift and then I'm going to go ahead and left click, okay? Now this is going to bring two different boxes up here down here at the bottom. Now this is the big difference between X6 and X7. With X7, up here, you'll get new tabs that open up and you'll see the front and back tabs. Whereas in X6, you actually have two new workspaces opening up. Okay, so down here at the bottom, we have our red box here. And up here at the top, it's going to tell me custom 12 front. So the red box means it's going to go to the front of the mockup or the image that we're going to place in there. And if I go to my orange box, so go back down here to my desktop and choose my other screen here. So now we have custom 12 to the back. So I know the orange is actually going to go on the back. So if I want to create a design for a game day jersey, we're going to go ahead and work on this screen because this is where we're going to place the design on the back. So the game day shirts, of course, we're going to place that nice big text on the back of the shoulders. So that's where we would be able to create something like that. Okay, but in this case, we're going to go ahead and work in the front section here. So I'm going to go back to my original image here. One thing I forgot to do was actually copy it. So I'm going to go ahead and do Control C as in cat, which is going to copy my image. So now I can go back to my front box here. So the red box that we're going to work with. And I'm simply going to do Control V as in Victor. Okay. And that's going to paste my wine glass to this page. So now I have the box here. So this box is actually going to act as the area where my design is going to go to. Okay. So what I want to do is I want to make it as large as possible inside this area here. Yep, and notice what happened here. Our box actually goes to the back of the page. So simply go to my edit tab, hit to front, and now our box is to the front of the page there. So now we can go ahead and keep working on this. So let's go ahead and just make it fit inside my wine glass here. So just a tad bit smaller. Okay, perfect. Now you also want to stretch it out some. So that way if you have a bigger design, it fits there perfectly. So looks like we're all good there. Okay, now we need to add dimensions to my area here. So when I place my design, it's going to tell me the correct size of the design. What that's going to allow me to do is if the design is too large, when I create the mockup, I know in real life it's also not going to fit in there because this is true to fit. Okay, so to do that, I'm going to select the red box again. I'm going to hold shift. Actually, let me go to my mockups here. I'm going to hold shift and then I'm going to right click on the image that we have here. Okay, so instead of left click, we're going to right click. And that's going to bring up this, the please enter size. So I know for the wine glass, because of the video Matt created before, I know it's going to be around 2.75 inches. So, not 27.5, 2.75. Hit OK. Now, here's a big thing that we got to do. Make sure you highlight your design and go to File, Save As, which is going to bring up this page here. Okay, so here is my Documents tab here. So notice how it says Custom 12 to the front here. You can't change that. You don't want to change that because if you do, the TRW StoneWizard will not recognize it or won't find that file, and it's not going to allow you to create the mockup. Okay, so from here, just go hit Save, which is going to bring up, do you want to replace it? Hit Yes, and that's going to save it on there. Now we're ready to go. So let's go ahead and go back to our original image here, original page, and add this design to my new mockup we just created, okay? Go ahead and bring this over to the center here. So here's the design we created. This is working with our TRW 3040 font that we just created is the split font. So I'm able to create a cool looking design here with my last name in the middle there. And we're going to go ahead and place this directly onto my wine glass. Now, remember, we made it to 2.75. Right now, my design is at 3.648. So I got to make it much smaller, about an inch smaller to make it correct size for the wine glass. So let's go ahead and make it about 2.5. All right, so 2.5. And now let's go ahead and select my wine glass here because that's where I want to put this design onto. It's going to run through the design, and there it is. So there is my new design on the wine glass. So now I can send this to my customer. Don't worry about that TRW mom there at the top. Okay, so if I want to change the color in the background, I can change the color in the background. We can come here and change the color in the actual design as well. So if you want to do that, you can. If you want to give it some glitter color, go to Magic Vinyl. We can do that as well. So that is our tutorial on how to add a custom mockup to the TRW StoneWizard working in CorelDraw X6. Again, if you guys have any questions at all, feel free to give us a call. Telephone number is 941-755-1696. My name is Rudy with the Rhinestone World. Have a great day, everybody.